Hi, I'm Brian Dacey, General Sales Manager for Worldwide RV, and today I want to talk to the first-time trailer owner, the person who has been in a tent up until now and has basically decided that, well, a tent's not working out for you, and the family's decided to get a new travel trailer. Congratulations. And we're going to go over a few things today, but first, just a message up front: if you have owned trailers before and you're an old hand and you're seasoned at this, this probably isn't a segment for you. If you want to hang out, great, you might learn something. Otherwise, this is for the first-time travel trailer buyer. Are we alone? Okay, great. So here's the thing. If you're out there looking, a lot of times you're looking for the least expensive travel trailer you can find. And I get it. I don't blame you. We have people that come into the store all the time looking to do the same thing. But you want to be careful with that, okay? I see what's out there. I see what comes in 3 years after it's been used. And cheap isn't necessarily, well, cheap is never a good idea. So first of all, let me show you what you're looking for. There's three main things that you want when you're looking for a new travel trailer, okay? The first thing you want to do when you get up to one is you walk up to the front compartment. You look inside. You look straight up. You're going to see plywood. That's what you want to see. You want to see plywood construction. All plywood construction. If you don't see that, you don't want it. Because chipboard or OSB, when it gets wet, it swells, it cracks, and you know what happens then. The second thing you want is a strong roof. You want to make sure that the roof is 4,500 pound load capacity. If the roof is not 4,500 pound load capacity, because that's the vice clamp that holds the whole box together. And these take a tremendous beating. Even if you're just going down the road, you're going over, potholes, speed bumps, you name it. These things rattle a lot, and they will rattle apart if you buy a cheap trailer. Okay, so that's number two. Number three, integrated front A-frame. Do you see how this A-frame here goes all the way through? That's what you're looking for. You don't want something where the chassis is sitting on top of this. The reason for that is as you pull away with your truck from a dead stop, that torque has to go somewhere. Now with a trailer, it's either going straight back and dispersing through, or it's stopping right here and it's going straight down. What happens then is it starts pulling away at your front cap. And over time, as that happens, and you combine that with a weak roof, then it's eventually going to split the seams up there, and you may not know it, but the water will find it. It'll find its way in there, and it's just not a good scene for anybody. So now that I've said that, let's talk about the #1 selling floor plan that Jayco has to offer. It's called the 264 BHW, and there's a lot of them out there. You'll see them online. Don't be fooled by the lowest priced 264 BHW out there. A lot of dealers like to buy them completely stripped from the factory. They advertise the lowest price, but what you don't know can bite you. When I order these, I don't order them to advertise the cheapest price. That's just not who we are. I order them based on the way I would want it built, the way I would want to use it if I were to take one camping. So there's a few things that are going to be important. You may not know it now, but when you buy one that doesn't have these things, you're going to find out that you should have gotten them. So let's go over those real quick. This is considered the base model 264 BHW, and even as a base model, I still add things that make sense. First of all, thermal package. The thermal package is really important. What the thermal package gives you is a higher grade of insulation. And if you're like me, I'm going to Big Lake next week, and it's a 9,500 foot elevation. The high during the day is 72, but it gets into the 40s at night. And if this isn't properly insulated, you're going to feel that 40 degrees because your furnace is going to be kicking on nonstop all night, which, by the way, will drain your battery. The thermal package, it's a heated and enclosed underbelly. There is a dual reflective foil throughout that really insulates the unit and keeps the temperature inside and keeps the temperature outside. So you want a thermal package. That's important, whether you're doing camping where it gets real cold or it gets real warm. These are things that are going to matter. I can tell you from having people trade in units where the underbelly is completely exposed, it doesn't hold the temperature real well inside. The other thing is the roof ladder. Roof ladder is important. Why? So you can get up on the roof, obviously. Spot check, spot seal. Personally, I like a roof ladder so that if I'm up north again with my daughter, we can get up on the top, put a blanket out, look up at the stars. And so there's a lot of function behind having a roof ladder, but absolutely need a roof ladder on one of these. That's really important. So for me, these are bare essentials when you're getting even a base model 264 BHW. Okay. Follow me, let's go to the next one. This is the 264 BHW with the Rocky Mountain package. Now, the Rocky Mountain package is the more extensive of the packages. And aside from the thermal package and the rear roof ladder, the way I equip this is great if you're a boondocker. Now, if you're the person who likes to just go to a campground where you just back it into a slip along with everybody else, and like Woods Canyon Lake, or a developed campground where you can plug in your water and plug in your electric, well, the one we just talked about will probably be fine for you. If you're the person who doesn't like to do that and maybe likes to get off the grid a little bit and you don't have access to water, the Rocky Mountain package is going to work perfect for you. Rocky Mountain package gives you the 80-gallon water capacity as a secondary tank, and if you have kids, and these are bunk models, so obviously you have kids, you're going to go through water pretty quickly if it's just a standard 34 gallons. Well, this one has 80 gallons of water, so obviously you're not going to go through water as quickly. So that's a nice feature with the Rocky Mountain package. You also have those MORryde steps. Now, if for some reason the one we have here doesn't have these MORryde steps, that's okay. We can install that here. That's not a big deal. The way that works, real easy, lifts off the ground, in it goes, and it's done. It's tucked away, doesn't get filled with mud. What else does the Rocky Mountain package give you? Real simple, follow me. You have a Bluetooth system here that you can pair to your phone. So I don't care what kind of music you listen to. If you've got Spotify or if you have music in your library, you can Bluetooth pair this to this sound system. At the end of the day, you can play all your music. You're also picking up a TV. Right here, you've got a pull-out sprayer. The nice thing about the pull-out sprayer, most people have paper plates that they're using, but you have pots and pans that you're cooking with, so this is real nice to be able to spray off your pots and pans. 8 cubic foot fridge, porcelain toilet. So I'm sure I'm missing some things in the Rocky Mountain package, but really that's the basic of it. The one that's the most important to me, obviously, is the 80 gallons of water. So let's go to the next one. Again, if you're somebody who likes to go off the grid and get away from people, the Rocky Mountain package is great because of the water capacity. But what if you're somebody who really likes to get away from people? I mean, you're going down the fire road, you're going through a break in the pine trees, you're going down that trail, or you're going across the meadow and there's hidden rocks and there's, logs on the ground, and sometimes you're having to bounce over stuff to get as far away from people as you can. I'm that guy. I like to get away from everybody, and if I'm going to camp, I want to be with nature, not with a row of RVs next to me. So the Rocky Mountain Baja package is great. So aside from the Rocky Mountain, which we discussed earlier about, with the Baja package, you're picking up the flipped axle. These are Goodyear off-road tires. They're 15-inch. You've also got 13 inches of ground clearance from the axle to the ground. So again, if you're really trying to get off-road, this is going to suit you. I can't tell you how many times up at Big Lake I've seen people take trailers down roads they shouldn't take them, or down trails they shouldn't take them, and they high center their travel trailer, or they get it stuck, or they rip the plumbing out, or they rip the steps off. But with this, you really don't have that issue because it's pretty high off the ground, and it'll pretty much go wherever your truck can. So the Baja package also gives you twin 30-pound propane tanks in here. You're not going to go through one 30-pound propane tank while you're camping, so having twin 30-pound propane tanks, real nice. By the way, all three of these, the base, the Rocky Mountain Baja, I outfit them with a power front jack. Why is the power front jack important? Well, aside from the fact that you can just push the button to raise and lower the front, you're probably going to get a weight distribution hitch with one of these, or you should. And the nice thing about the weight distribution hitch is it keeps the trailer level with your truck as opposed to having this sagging apex. Less oscillation, she's more control behind you. So if you have a weight distribution hitch, you can raise the weight distribution hitch up to get the pressure off of the truck. A lot easier to get those bars off or back on. as opposed to sitting here and trying to crank it all the time. So they all have power front jacks. That's something else. No matter, even if it's a base, I like to have that on there as well. But these are the three models that of the 264 that I carry. And again, don't let the lowest price out there fool you, because first of all, if it's $5,000 or $6,000 cheaper than the J-Flight, red flags should be going up, because nobody has cornered the market on building the same exact thing for $5,000 less money. If you email me at briand@wwrv.net, I'll be happy to send you a competitive comparison guide, because at the end of the day, I want you to have the information regarding how these all stack up against each other. Dealerships that are offering something that's cheaply built, they're probably not going to want you to know this stuff, but I'll be happy to supply it to you. There's good, there's better, and there's best. So feel free to come by and take a look at the 264 VHW in person, or give me a call. I'll be happy to answer any questions for you. Again, I'm Brian Dacey, General Sales Manager for Worldwide RV. Thanks for watching.